Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Pirates and the Braves. Can the Pirates sweep their way out of town or Atlanta get at least one win here? And leading off with the Pirates, playing shortstop is Travis. Batting second, playing left field is Milner. Batting third, playing right field is Parker. Batting fourth, playing center field is Robinson. Batting fifth, playing first base is Stargell. Batting sixth, playing third base is Stenny. Batting seventh, on the catching is Ott. Batting eighth, playing second base is Gardner. And batting ninth and on the mound is Jim Bibby. And for the hometown Atlanta Braves, we got leading off. Playing second base is Royster. Batting second, playing first is Beal. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, playing center field is Office. Batting sixth, on the catching's Murphy. Batting seventh, playing third base is Horner. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And on the mound, batting ninth, and on the pitching is HANNA. Let's get down here to the launching pad and get started. And Frank Travis is going to lead it off with the Pirates batting .282 with no homers and 20 RBIs. This is Preston Hanna's 13th start, 14th appearance. He's 3-8 with a 5.91 ERA. And here's the first pitch to Travis. That's going to be a base on balls. Travis walks on down to first. He's going to try taking off and stealing. He's having a hell of a steals against the Murph. Let's see how many stolen bases he has on the year. He has 16 stolen bases on the year, going for number 17. That'll be a 21, and that'll be a 43 or lower. And Murph throws him out today. So Murph throws him out. Now there's one down, nobody on. And now Milner's up. Here's the 0-1 pitch, batting .284 with 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burris and left. And that'll be out number 1. And Parker comes to the plate now. 2 outs, nobody on, batting .311 with 7 homers and 32 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. And Parker turns on that one. He makes the turn, but he'll hold up at first with a single. Bill Robinson comes up now. Bill batting .244 with a homer and 26 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Preston strikes him out. And Parker gets stranded at first. Pirates nothing. Braves coming to the plate. Braves will have Royster, Beal, and Matthews due up. Jerry batting .275 with no homers and 16 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to John Milner. He makes the catch, and there's out number 1. Beal comes to the plate, and Bob's batting .297 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Stargell. Takes it himself, and there's quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So Sarge comes to the plate, batting .233 with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And that's another ground ball down to Stargell and another out. The Braves go down quietly 1-2-3. To the top of the second we go. No score here in Atlanta. Speaking of Stargell, he's going to lead it off here, followed by Rennie and Ott. In Atlanta, this is their last game at home here against these Pirates. They're going to go out to the West Coast, take on the Padres for 3 games, and then head down to San Francisco. Actually, up to San Francisco. Stargell was batting .326 with 8 homers and 24 RBIs. And that's a swing and a miss. Stargell strikes out. Preston's second strikeout of the game. And Rennie comes to the plate. And Rennie is batting .203 with a homer and 17 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Hannah. He picks it up, fires over to Bill, and there's one down. Ed comes up, and he is batting .324 with 4 homers and 18 RBI. And that's a ground ball down the Royster. 1, 2, 3 goes the Pirates. To the bottom of the second we go. You got Burris due up, followed by Office and Murphy. Burris batting .324 with 9 homers and 38 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Travis. He fires over to Stargell, and there's one down. And Office comes to the plate, and he's batting .284 with 2 homers and 16 RBI. And that's another ground ball down to Travis. 2 ground balls down the short, 2 quick outs. It's up to Murph to get something going here in the second. The Murph's batting .213 with 12 homers and 25 RBI. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 and a 61. And that's going to be hit down the short. And Travis get all 3 outs and tie a record set by many, a 36 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 2. That's a single. Batter beats out a hit. And the Murph gets aboard here with an infield hit. Now you got Murph down at first. And 2 outs. And the Murph, I think the Murph's going to try to get in scoring position here for Horner. That'll be a 2-26. 26, a 52 or lower in the Murph's face. And the Murph's in there with a stolen base. So Murphy gets in the scoring position here for Horner. And Horner now, he is batting .286. He is no homers and no RBIs. He's 2 for 7 after just being called up. And he drive the Murph in. Let's change this so we can see the second baseman's a little better. Second and short. Do a little housekeeping here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. That should be all right. It's probably the other one. I didn't want to leave the whole ballpark. Let's see. Yeah, this is one in each change. Put the second baseman there. Shortstop there. Or you move first base enough. These guys over some. Move first base over. Third base over. And that should be good. Now let's get back to the game here and see if this looks better. And that looks better. Looks a little better. And the Murph's down at second. Here's the pitch to Horner. Can he drive him in? And nope, that's a ground ball down to Travis. This time Travis able to pick it up and throw Horner out. And the Braves strand one. We get to the top of the third. Still no score here in Atlanta. And you got Gardner, Bibby due up and then back to the top of the order, and Travis. And Gardner is batting .239 on the year with 2 homers and 22 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Office. He makes the catch, and there's one down. And Mr. Bibby, Jim Bibby, comes up. He is 0 for 10 on the year, looking for his first hit. If you grew one, though, it could hurt here. If he's got some pop, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney. He fires over to first. And there's 2 down. And we're back to the top of the order. And Travis, he walked and got caught stealing his first time up. And we dropped the dice. It's official game now. Let's see what happens here. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be at 8. And that's going to be popped up down the second. Royster makes the play. And that's a 1, 2, 3, top of the third. To the bottom of the third we go. With the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves, Cheney and Hanna. And then back to Royster at the top. Cheney's batting .212 with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty, 11 and an 8. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Cheney gets a board here. And now you got Hanna due up. He's going to try to bunt him over into scoring position. Hanna's batting .320 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Don't want to mess with Preston Hanna either. That's going to be at 34. And 2 strikes. He misses both bunt attempts. And they're taking the bunt off. They're going to let Preston swing away. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hanna strikes out. The runner's still down at first. Now with 1 out, Jerry Royster comes to the plate. And Royster's 0 for 1. Flew out his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. And that bunt might have cost him a run here quickly. See what Royster can do. That's going to be a double out in the right field. And with Parker's arm out there. No bat's right. That's going to be a double in the left field. Double in the left field will be a 35 minus a 24 plus an 11. 22. Got the big boys coming up though. With 1 out, you got Bill and Matthews. 22. They're going to hold him up. Probably shouldn't, but they're going to hold him up. So you're going to have second and third, 1 out. And the big boys coming up here, Bill, Matthews, and Burris. And Bob Beal, he is 0 for 1 today. Can he deliver here? Second and third, nobody out. The Pirates playing back. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be with the infield back, a 31 and a 2. That's going to be fielding column 3. And that's a single. Beats out an infield hit. Runners advance 1 base. And that's, like I say, an infield hit. And the runners advance. Now you got first and third. Nice job by Bob Beal. And they're still going to play back for the double play here against Matthews. The Braves are up 1-0. Matthews is 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to Stargell his first time up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. The launching pad sees this one leave the yard. And just like that, it is 4-0 Braves, folks. Bob Bibby getting lit up here on the third. Matthews with a big 3-run homer. And now Burris is up. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 13. And that's going to be a base hit. Burris drives that ball down the short. Travis knocks it down, but Burris is going to be safe at first. And now you got a runner down at first. 1 out. And Office is up. Office is 0 for 1. Grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 54 and a 7. Probably fielding column 3. And it is. And they'll throw to West. And they'll get the runner out at second. That'll be a 4-6 put out. So now you still got a runner down at first. Now with 2 outs. in this office. I want to get down in the scoring position here. And now you got Murphy up with a runner down at first base, 1 for 1. He singled and stole a base. And here's the pitch to Murph. And Murph gets a hold of this. The Braves are beating up on Bibby here. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And Milner doesn't have a very good arm out there. And that's going to be an RBI double by Murph. The runner's going to score, make this a 5-0 game. And that is going to be it for John Bibby. He can't make it out of this third inning here. That's it for Bibby. So he's going to come out here and pitch for the Pirates. You got the righties coming up. So Ed Whitson's going to come out of the bullpen. As Bibby can't get out of this third inning. So Ed Whitson comes in the game. This is his 5th appearance. He is 2-0 with a 1.59 ERA. You got a runner down at second and a 5-0 ball game. Bob Horner at the plate. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Horner. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Bob Horner with his first homer of the year. And it is now a 7-0 ball game. And now there's nobody on, 2 outs, and Cheney's up. And a 7-0 game as the Braves explode here in the third. Cheney started this inning off with a single, if I remember correctly. Let's see here. Yep, Cheney started this inning off with a single, so this is the 10th man to come to the plate. He singled and came around to score. Can he keep this inning going here? And he gets a hold of this. Cheney's having one hell of a game and one hell of an inning. See where this one ends up at. And that ball is blasted into right field off the wall. Just missed a homer, and Cheney's down at second with 2 outs. And HANNA, he struck out his first time up in this inning. Can he deliver now? He would hate to be the guy that made 2 out of the 3 outs. Here's the pitch to Preston. And that ball's well hit. They're just crushing these Pirates here in the third. Preston gets a hold of this. Drives that ball in the right field. 2 outs. That's going to be a 54 minus a 37 plus an 11. 28. 54 lower. He's safe. And Parker throws him out at the plate, folks. Dave Parker with his missile launcher throws Cheney out at the plate. And that'll finally end the inning. But the Braves score 7, make it a 7-0 ball game as 11 batters came to the plate. I believe he was the only one that didn't get on here. Let's see. He was the only batter not to get aboard here in the third inning. Office grounded into a fielder's choice. He did get on base. So everybody technically got on base. Everybody was on base. Now, Preston comes out with a 7-0 lead. You got Milner, Parker, and Robinson due up here. And John's 0 for 1, flew out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Preston strikes him out, his third strikeout of the game. Parker comes up. He's 1 for 1 today, singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Beal at first. Quickly 2 outs here in the 4th. Bill Robinson comes to the plate. And Robinson is 0 for 1, struck out against Preston at first time up. And does it again. And that's an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. We get to the bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Atlanta. Top of the order due up here for the Braves. Let's see here. I don't want that. This is what I want. We'll see how many runs he's given up so far. See how many runs Ed's given up. He's given up 1 earned run so far. So now you got Royster up 1 for 2. He doubled and came around to score in the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Ed strikes him out, his first strikeout of the game. Bob Beal comes up. Beal is 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a rare play, a 37 and a 63. And that's going to be ball 1. So the ball was just low. Hodge looking at the ump. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Beal. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Whitson walks Beal. Runner down at first for Matthews. Matthews hit that big 3-run homer his last time up. 1 for 2 today. Can Sarge do it again here? That's going to be a base on balls. Back-to-back walks. The Braves are in business again. First and second, only 1 out. Already up by 7. And Jeff Burris is 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Robinson. Let's see here. 56 and a 2 will be fielding column 3. And Beal will hold up at second. So now there's 2 outs. And it's up to Office to deliver here. He was the only batter not to get on base. Well, he got on base, but made an out. Did come around the score back in the 3rd. He grounded into a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch to Office. Can he deliver here? And he does. The Braves are just beating up on the Pirates here today. Here is, where's this one going to land at? That's going to be a double. That's going to be a double in the right center. And with 2 outs, can Matthews score from first? Parker's already thrown out 1 batter, 1 runner. And a 30, they're going to send Matthews. And it'll be a 56 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there. A 2 RBI double by Office. And it is now an 9-0 ball game. And all of a sudden, the Braves are exploding here. The launching pad's living up to its name. Got a runner down at second, 2 outs, and Murph's up. Murph is a perfect 2 for 2. He has doubled, singled, stole a base, driven in a run, and scored. And that's going to be -2 against the righty. 15 and a 9. And that's a base hit in the left field. Milner, like we've been saying, does not have a very good arm. And that's going to be a 51. That's an RBI single by Murph. Murph having one hell of a game, and it's 10-0, good buddy. Now Horner's at the plate. D and a 24. Horner's up. Horner is 1 for 2. He hit a big 2-run homer his last time up. With Murph on, can he deliver again? Here's the pitch to Bob Horner. And that's going to be a fly ball out the deep left field. Milner goes back, makes the catch, but the Braves score 3 more, make it a 10-0 ball game as we go to the top of the 5th. You got Stargell due up, followed by the other S, Stenton, and Ott. As you can see, the Braves, they leave here today and go to San Diego for a 3-game series and then on to San Francisco. Stargell is 0 for 1 today. He struck out first time up, and that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. So the Pirates get the leadoff batter aboard here. And Rennie comes to the plate. And Rennie is 0 for 1, grounded out the pitcher his first time up. And that's going to be popped up. That's a swing and a miss. Rennie strikes out. And there's one down. Ed Ott comes up. Can the Braves get a ground ball double play out of Ott? Ott is 0 for 1. He did ground out the second his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for HANNA. That's 6 strikeouts today. He's starting to look like Linda Ronstadt out there, folks. He's throwing blue bayous. Gardner's up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. Not this time. That's going to be a 6. And that's going to be a line drive in the left field. And with Stargell speed, he's going to stop at second. First and second, down by 10. Don't need him getting thrown out. And that's going to be it for Whitson. Pitch it here for Whitson. Who's due up here? Cheney, HANNA. So Jackson will come out of the bullpen and pitch. Now he's going to pitch it for Whitson. First and second. They have no lefty, only Omar Moreno on the bench. That's who's going to come off here. Moreno's going to come off the bench, try to get a run on the board here. The only lefty on the bench. Well, they got Alexander, 2 lefties on the bench. And Omar is batting .217 on the year. No homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a first and second. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Horner calls for it, makes the catch. And the Pirates strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a 5-0 ball game. You got Cheney due up, followed by HANNA and Royster. Like we said, Jackson's going to come in here and pitch for the Pirates. And Cheney's 2 for 2 with a double and a single, both back in the 3rd inning. He had one hell of an inning. Here's the pitch to Cheney. Oh, this is Grant Jackson's 17th appearance. He's 1-1 with 3 saves and a 4.91 ERA. And that's going to be a ground ball. They finally get Cheney out. He hits it to its counterpart at short. And that'll be out number 1. Preston HANNA comes up. He is 1 for 2. He singled back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Stargell. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 5th. And Gary Royster comes up 1 for 3 with a double in the game. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Milner. The Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 10-0. Atlanta. And you got Travis, Milner, and Parker due up. Travis is 0 for 1. He walked and got caught stealing. And here's the pitch to Travis. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Hannah. He picks it up and fires over to first for out number 1. I'll be right back, guys. I got a phone call here. All right, sorry about that. Had a phone call I had to take care of. And we got 1 out, nobody on. And John Milner's at the plate. He's 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. And that's going to be 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Nice. And there's 2 down. 2 up and 2 down, and now Parker comes to the plate. And Parker, he is 1 for 2. He singled in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Cheney again. And the Pirates go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 10-0 ball game. You got Beal, Matthews, and Burris due up. Bob's 1 for 2 with an RBI in the game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jackson strikes him out for out number 1. And Matthews comes to the plate. Matthews is 1 for 2 with a 3-run homer in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Stargell. And that's quickly 2 outs here in the 6th. Jeff Burris comes to the plate. And Burris is 1 for 3. He's singled in the game. And that's a ground ball again down to Stargell. That's a 1, 2, 3, 6th inning. We go to the top of the 7th, 10-0 Atlanta. You got Robinson, Stargell, and Stenton due up here. And Robinson is 0 for 2 today. He has struck out twice. Here's the pitch to Bill Robinson. And that's going to be an 18 and an 8. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Office makes the catch for out number 1. Preston Hanna pitching a game of his life here today. A 3-hit shutout. Stargell's up. He's 1 for 2. One of the 3 hits. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that's only the second walk given up by Hanna. Rennie comes up now with a runner down at first. 1 out. He's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Matthews. That'll be out number 2. And now Ed Ott's up with a runner down at first. 2 outs. Trailing by 10. Ott's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jeff Burris. Runner gets stranded at third. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 10-0 Atlanta. You got Office due up, followed by Murphy and Horner. And Office is 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jackson strikes him out for out number 1. Now Murph comes to the plate. And Murphy is 3 for 3. A double, 2 RBIs, and a stolen base. And that's going to be a base on balls. Murph's down at first. Horner at the plate. And Bob's 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Bob Horner. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. A 35 and a 7. That's going to be fielding column 3. And only play Travis has got is over the first. Murphy will get down in the scoring position with 2 outs. And Cheney at the plate. And Darrell's 2 for 3 with a double in this game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Actually, that's a swing and a miss. Jackson strikes him out. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still 10-0 Atlanta. You got Gardner due up, followed by a pitch hitter for Jackson, and then Travis. And Gardner is 1 for 2. He has a single, one of the 3 hits in this game. And he gets a hold of this one. He's the only one that figures Preston out so far. And that's going to be a double in the right field, a leadoff double. So Gardner's down at second. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Jackson. Hamilton will come in here to pitch after that. Let's see who's going to come in here to hit. Mendoza is going to come in here and hit. Can he keep his batting average above his own name, the Mendoza line? Mendoza's only batting 174 with no homers and 3 RBIs. A runner down at second, nobody out. That's going to be a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch. Runner's going to get down to third. And the Braves are going to bring the infield in. They're trying to get Preston a shutout here. So Mendoza with the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first at 1.3. That'll be fielding column 1. And he'll look the runner back to third. Take the ball himself. And there is 1 out. They're going to keep the infield in. Travis is up. And Travis is 0 for 2. He has walked and been caught stealing. And that's going to be against the... And that's going to be a base hit. And Gardner's going to score. And that ends the shutout. And it's 10-1. And Milner comes to the plate. And Travis is down at first. And here's the... He's 0 for 3, Milner is. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base on balls. And it looks like Preston has hit the wall here, folks. Brings up Dave Parker, first and second. Only 1 out. Parker's 1 for 3. He's grounded out twice. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. Yeah, finally some offense. And now Preston's getting beat up. We're going to have to take him out. That ball is high. That ball is far. And just like that, folks, it's 10-4. And that's going to be it. Preston. I don't think so. I don't think so. Who are they going to bring in here? Do they want to bring in Mr. Garber? Gene Garber just joined the team. Or do you bring in Camp to pitch the 8th inning? Get you out of this inning. I think that's what they're going to do. Camp's going to come in. Try to get them out of this 8th inning. All of a sudden now it's a 10-4 ball game. Camp's going to come in. They're not going to do a double switch. So Camp will come in, try to get them out of this inning. It was a 10-0 game, and with that 3-run homer by Parker, he just made it a 10-4 ball game. So Camp will come in here. Nobody on, 1 out. And Bill Robinson's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down the corner. He fires over the first. And now there's 2 outs. And Stargell comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and walked. Struck out. And that's a swing and a miss. Camp does the job. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 10-4. Good, buddy. Ray's got the lead, and that'll be it for Camp. I have a pitch hitter here for Camp. And Hamilton will be coming in the game for the Pirates. Trying to keep it a 6-run game. It was a 10-run game. Let's see here. Where's Mr. Hamilton? let's see who's going to come off the bench. Bunnell's going to come off the bench here. This is Hamilton's second appearance. He is no record with no ERA. Rick Camp is going to be pitched hit 4. And Mr. Barry Bunnell is going to come in the game here in the 8th as a pitch hitter. And Barry's batting .230 on the year. No homers and 9 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Travis. He's up with it. He fires over the Stargell, and there's 1 out. And that brings Royster up to the plate. Royster's 1 for 4. He has a double in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls. Jerry gets a board here. And they're going to do a little hit and run, try to stay out of the double play. Bill was 1 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball. Back to the mound. Early play for Hamilton's over to first. Now there's 2 down. And Matthews at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Matthews is 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves are making some noise here with 2 outs in the 8th. And Jeff Burris gets some of them runs back they gave up in the top of the inning. And Burris is 1 for 4 today. He has a single back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Travis. He'll go to short way over to second. And that ends the inning. The Braves strand 2. It's 10-4. And I think they are going to let Garber come out and pitch. Let's see here. Got the righty, lefty, and a righty due up. You know what? They're going to let Eddie Sullivan, since it's not a save opportunity. Eddie Sullivan's going to come out of the bullpen. So Eddie's going to come out of the bullpen since it's not a save opportunity for Garber. So where's Solomon at here? So this is Solomon's 16th game. He's 0-3 with 1 save with a 5.82 ERA. Like I say, he's got Stanton, Ott, and Gardner due up here in the top of the 9th in a 10-4 good buddy game. And Rennie is 0 for 3. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And these Braves, man, I'll tell you, crazy. So you got the leadoff batter aboard here. Nobody out. And Ott's up. Ott is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, struck out, and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Sarge in right field. And that is out number 1. Gardner comes to the plate. And Gardner's 2 for 3. He has a double and a single in the game. And that's going to be a 39. Pitcher, 55 and a 1. That's going to be a rare play. 39. We'll have to re-roll the dice. 26 and a 39. And that's going to be back to the mound again. 36 and a 1 should be filled in column 3. I would think. Yep. And that's going to be a single through the box. And Rennie's going to stop at second. So all of a sudden it's first and second now. And Garber's getting up. First and second. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Hamilton. And the Braves ain't making this easy, are they? Up 10-0. And now you got runners on first and second. And he's going to come off the bench here. I guess Manny going to come off the bench. Manny's going to come off the bench and pitch hit. So again, it's going to come off the bench. There's one out. Runners on first and second. Manny's batting .413 on the year with a homer and 15 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. It'll be a 13 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And that's going to load the bases. And Gino's going to have to come in this game. Unbelievable. So bases are full of Pirates. And Garber's coming in the game. Unbelievable. So that is it for Eddie. Gene Garber's going to come in and try to get the last 2 outs here. Crazy. This is crazy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Garber's coming in here. See if he can get out of this. Jeez, you Pete's, man. Up by 10. Up by 10, and now you got bases full of Pirates. This is Garber's first appearance for the Braves. Let's see what he did with the Phillies. I don't want that. See what he did with the Phillies here. With the Phillies, he pitched in 24 games. He was 2-0 with 7 saves and a 0.35 ERA. Can he get the Braves out of this mess here? We got Travis at the plate. And Travis is 1 for 3 with an RBI in this game. And here's the pitch to Travis. And that ball is hit hard. Jeez, you Pete, this is crazy. See where this is going to end up at. That ball is hit in the center field. And that's probably going to score 2. And probably get the runner down the third. This is freaking nuts. So a single in the center field. So 2 runs will score. Manny doesn't have great speed, but that ball is hit deep. Let's see if he can score. Get the third rather from first. And a 33. So that'll be 63 or lower. He's safe. So that's first and third now. So a 2 RBI single. Runner gets down from first, gets down the third. And just like that, it is a 10-6 ball game. Milner comes to the plate. He is 0 for 3. Garber get that great double play ball here. Milner is 0 for 3 today. He is flown out, struck out, grounded out. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Garber strikes him out. There is 2 down now, and here comes the Cobra. He can make this a 1-run game. He hit a 3-run homer his last time up in the 8th. He's 2 for 4. Here's the pitch to Phillies. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Dave Parker has just made this a 1-freaking-run game. Unfreaking believable. And now it is 10-9. Garber out there on the mound. Nobody on. Maybe that was a home run killing rally. Bill Robinson's up. He's 0 for 4. He is struck out twice, flown out, and grounded out. And can Gene finally get him out against the righty? 21 And that ball is hit deep. That ball is hit far. Matthews near the wall. On the track makes the catch. And luckily, this game is over. 10-9 ball game. Unstinking believable, folks. Let's take a look at this box score. Braves, man, it ain't easy. It ain't easy winning games with these guys. I'll be damned. Parker with drives in 6 runs. All 6 of them in the last 2 innings. Crazy. Crazy. The Braves hold on to win a 10-0 ball game, 10-9. The Braves 10 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. The Pirates 9 runs, 11 hits, and no errors. Travis was 2 for 4. And like I say, the big guy was Parker. 3 for 5, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Pirates were 5 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Left 4 men on base. Dale Murphy had a hell of a game. He was 3 for 3 today. And Eddie Matthews was 1 for 3 with a big 3-run homer. The Braves were 6 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Matthews and Horner both homered. They left 6 men on base. Bibby goes to 2-2, 2 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, struck out 1 and gave up a homer. Ed Whitson comes in an inning and a third, 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 1 and gave up a homer. Then the bullpen settled everything down. Jackson came in 3 innings, 1 walk, struck out 3. Hamilton 1 inning, walked 2. Preston Hanna sitting there in the dugout, glad he got the win. He goes to 4-8, 7 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, struck out 6, and gave up a homer. Camp comes in, pitches 2/3 of an inning, strikes out 1. Eddie Sullivan comes in, 3 hits, 3 runs, and then Gino comes in, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1, and gave up the homer to Dave Parker. Crazy. I say crazy. Let's take a look here at the rest of the National League. You got the Cardinals going up against the Reds and Cincinnati. See what happens here at Riverfront Stadium. And the Reds win. Let's see what the star is. The Cardinals turned to triple play. We'll have to check that out. The Reds 9 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. And the Cardinals 5 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Let's check out what inning that triple play was. Triple play by the Cardinals. There it was in the 6th. Had a catcher's interference, a single, then a line drive down the 3rd. Triple play. Nice job by the Cardinals. Then you got the Cubbies heading to Houston to take on the Astros. And the Cubbies win a close one. 4 runs, 10 hits, and 2 errors. Astros 3 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors. Expos travel out to California to take on the Dodgers. And the Expos shut out the Dodgers. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers, no runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Dawson, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Dick Reuven, I think, making his first appearance for the Phillies after being traded to the Phils by the Braves. And the Braves got Gene Garber in that trade, going up against Perry. See if Dick can win his first game with the Phillies here. He was pitching well for the Braves, and he does. Well, he doesn't get the win. Reed gets the win in relief. We'll take a look here at the box score with Ken Castro being in the house. So the Phillies 5 runs, and we don't want that. We want the box score here. 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Padres 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. Michael Jack Smith has been tearing up these Padres, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Look at the top of the order. 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 2 for 5. Then Hebner and Maddox, both 2 for 5 and 2 for 4. Nice job by the Phillies. Michael Jack Smith with another homer against the Padres. That's his 9th homer. The Bull gets his 11th. They were 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position, left 9 men on base. Gene Richards 2 for 5. Thomas 2 for 5. How about Oscar Gamble 3 for 4? They were only 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 men on base. Dick goes to 6 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 5. Reed comes in, goes to 2 2, pitches 2/3 of an inning, gets a strikeout. Bustard comes in 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and McGraw rights the ship after a rough game the day before, gets his first save, 1 inning and 1 hit. Gaylord Perry, why in the hell they only let him pitch 5 1/3? Got me. 5 1/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up a homer. You think it was 2025, 1978. DeCostco, 2/3 of an inning. Keeney gets the loss, 0-1, 1 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run, struck out 2. Lee comes in 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 1. Rasmussen comes in 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run in, and gave up a homer. So the Phillies add to the lead here in the National League East. The Mets and the Giants. See what happens out here in San Francisco. That's a doubleheader, I believe. Let's look here. Cancel this real quick. Yep, they got a doubleheader out here in San Francisco. Let's see what happens here in the doubleheader. Mr. Blue pitching for the Giants, and the Swan. Is he a white swan or a black swan today? And the Mets beat the Giants 6-3 on 10 hits, 2 errors, and the Giants 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And Kuzman going up against Barr. Barr's leading the National League with a 1.64 ERA. See what happens here in game number 2. Can the Mets sweep the Giants? And no, the Giants come back and scored 12 runs on 15 hits and no errors. The Mets 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. And let's take a look at the standings and the leaderboard after June 18th in the National League. And the Phillies are still a game up on the Expos. The Pirates are now 2 games back. The Cubbies 2.5. The Mets 13 games back, and the Cardinals 14 games back. And in the West, the Giants are now 2.5 games up on the Dodgers. The Astros are 4.5 along with the Padres. The Reds are 7 games back, and the Braves are 15 games back. And now Larry Parrish for the Expos leading the National League with a 343 batting average. George Foster with 15 homers and 56 RBIs to lead the National League. And Jim Barr is still leading the National League with a 1.68 ERA now. Steve Rogers with 11 wins. And now you got 3 pitchers with 11 saves. Barr, Fingers, and Suter. George Foster is leading in the MVP voting. And Steve Rogers is leading in the Cy Young. And the next game on the channel will be the Yankees. Let's see who the Yankees are taking on. I think it's Boston. And if I'm correct, it's the first time they played the Red Sox. So here we are on June 19th, and it'll be the first time the Yankees and the Red Sox have played. Clay going up against Tion. Clay is 5-1 with a 3.19 ERA. Tion is 7-2 with a 2.24 ERA. Let's see how many game series this is. 1, 2, 3 game series. Yep, a 3-game series. And let's look. Like I say, I'm pretty sure this is the first time these two have played each other. Let's go to the... We can go to the standings and look at the win-loss here. See if they played each other. See the Yankees and Boston. Nope, they have not played each other. Yankees haven't played Boston and Detroit yet. So this will be the first meeting between these two. I'm not saying they have to sweep, but as you can see, let's go to the standings on leaderboard. Boston is, I think, 10 games back. 10 games back. They definitely can't afford to get swept, that's for sure. Yeah, I think they got to win at least 2 out of 3. But a sweep would be mighty important to get them down to 7. Yeah, get them down to 7. Otherwise, they get it down to 9 if they only win 2 out of 3. So we'll see. It's a big series up there in Boston. I want to thank Ken Castro for joining us here. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And hit that like button. It helps the channel out and don't cost a dime. Till next time, you all have a great day and take care.